Hello, it's your gay love obsession Drew Pickles, and it seems things just continue to get worse. I was forced to duel my brother, and while neither of us died, it's still pretty shitty. Not to mention, Swellmix killed the manager and destroyed our secret base. What a douchebag. On top of that, it seems his insidious plans have finally been revealed, though I wouldn't know what they are yet. But as they say, once you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up, so hopefully things improve going forward. So the manager is dead. I guess I'll have to take charge of this operation. Now wait a moment, Drew. There is no way you will ever leave the Betty Bunch. Well, you know I can't say the same about you and the Barney Bunch.
If you stop before this gets heated up, you must know Swellmix intends on you two turning against each other.
You make a swell point out, but we can't proceed without a leader. Yeah, it would be chaos. We no longer have any intel, not to mention no base. How do you expect us to work under those conditions?
I'm not sure. Why don't we make a council and assign people suited to certain tasks?
That's a swell idea, Dick. Thoughts, Betty? It is acceptable, I suppose. We can't afford to infight, while Swellmix is still a threat.
I think that should work for now.
What about intel though? The manager supplied all of it. We can't go forward blindly.
I think I have the perfect person for the task. Velma.
Yes, Betty?
You are pretty nerdy, and also everyone knows you aren't going to do anything in any of these videos, so I am making you our intel person. Is that acceptable, Drew? Fine.
Thank you, Betty. I will begin immediately.
Well, what about a base? We can't launch a resistance from the woods. Jungle maybe, but not the woods.
I was thinking maybe we could take back Bettysberg. The city was not damaged much, as the attack was a surprise. As much as I hate the idea of operating out of Bettysberg, Drew, it's too damaged to be an effective base, and I can't think of anywhere else.
That would require defeating the Repulsor Republic.
Yes, Rita Repulsa will be our next target.
But we have to defeat Yogi Bear first.
Ronald, it's okay. Let Betty handle Rita Repulsa, and I need to remain here for when Stu regains consciousness. Very well, this is my task.
I think you mean our task.
Oh yes, Charlotte, I forgot you had a personal grudge. Very well, you're with me. We will head out once Velma returns with intel on the mission. Sailor Jupiter, come forth.
What is it, Emperor Swellmix?
I have yet to hear any news in the bunches. I suspect my plan to divide the main up has worked. I would like you to investigate.
Yes, Emperor Swellmix.
Yes, two other things.
What is it?
First, I would like an update in Project Epsilon.
Project Epsilon is nearly complete. It should be finished by the end of the day.
Understood. Also, the only inner circle members that remain are Drew, Yogi Bear, and Rita Repulsa. If the bunches have managed to continue the fight, I am sure that will be one fewer.
I will try to find their next target also.
No, it's fine. Leave them to their fates. A lot of them are incompetent and mostly for buying time now. That said, you have shown to be my most loyal and effective partner.
I do what I can.
For this, I am promoting you to my second in command.
It is an honor, Emperor Swellmix.
Don't disappoint me, Sailor Jupiter.
I shall not, Emperor Swellmix.
Why are you crying?
Who the fuck said that?
Fear not, I have no intent on hurting you.
Come out. You nearly scared the piss and shit out of me, which may have been swell, if it were not for being locked up here. Who are you?
I am Delia Ketchum, leader of the Ketchum clan and former second in command of Swellstralia.
Swellstralia? You work for Swellmix?
Not anymore. It turns out he was using the Ketchum clan, and when I confronted him he knocked me out.
What's wrong with your face? You look sort of like Swellmix.
This is the so-called Project Fated. Swellmix planned on enhancing his servants to be stronger but also obedient pawns. It seems it did not work so well, so I was locked up here.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's fine. Say, you bear a striking resemblance to Drew Pickles and Barney. Are you related to them?
I'm not supposed to talk about that kind of stuff with strangers.
Well, I introduced myself, so I am not a stranger anymore.
I don't know.
We are going to be here a while.
Okay, my name is Drew Pickles Jr. and Drew Pickles and Barney are my daddies.
I see. So Swellmix is holding him hostage.
What's the matter?
Nothing, I need time to think.
Betty, I have returned.
Very well, what have you found out?
Rita Repulsa has moved into the Betty Bunch lesbian sex mansion.
Not much of a surprise there.
Her forces are spread thin. I think you and Charlotte can sneak through Bettysberg to reach her in surgical strike.
That would be swell, if it works out. Charlotte,
What is it, Betty?
We are leaving. Bettysberg will be free before the end of the video.
Bettysberg is mine.
Rita, I have received word from Swellstralia that Swellmix has destroyed the Bunch's HQ and killed the manager.
Splendid, we are on the verge of victory.
What should we do now?
The Bunches are probably in disarray and infighting, not to mention Swellmix has put the last of the Betty Bunch we captured in re-education camps. We can begin proper settlement of Bettysberg.
Shouldn't we rename it something more appropriate?
You make a swell point. How about the Repulsor Retreat?
That sounds quite swell.
Still though.
What is it?
It's not like Betty Devil to just give up, I wonder. Jessica Rabbit, begin settlement. I'll deal with the Repulsor Republic's lesbian sex mansion's security, but be ready when I call you.
All we need to do is sneak into the Betty Bunch lesbian sex mansion. If Elmer is right, they will have relaxed security, since they rooted out the last of the resistance forces.
Even with reduced security, that is easier said than done.
By the way, Betty, thank you for letting me come.
Of course, Charlotte, you of all people have the right to be pissed off at Rita Repulsa. By the way, I never did apologize for being fooled into actually thinking you joined the Repulsor Republic.
It's in the past now, Betty, so don't worry about it. But with the Betty Bunch destroying Cindy Bear with a Panzer tank, that only leaves Rita as my main enemy, so just consider bringing me on this mission as payback.
Very well, but we should get going.
It's hard to believe after all of her failures that Rita Repulsa managed to pull off the conquest of Bettysberg.
Careful when you unhear that. But yes, I thought we would be stuck on the moon forever, yet here we are. Wait, what is that?
Betty, now.
That was swell. Alright, we should probably steal their clothes to use as disguises.
Wearing another woman's underwear and clothes sounds both practical and swell.
Stay on task, Charlotte. There is the Betty Bunch lesbian sex mansion.
There isn't much security, it seems.
If that's true, then we should have no problem reaching Rita Repulsa. Let's go.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Keep your guard up. The security system should not activate unless Rita Repulsa has reprogrammed them. I don't see Rita Repulsa anywhere. Las Velmas intel, right?
I'm not sure.
You two have fallen right into my trap.
I am so surprised. Cut out the theatrics, Rita. What do we need to do before we face you?
Defeat my minions, of course.
That will not be difficult.
Ah, Charlotte Pickles, it has been some time. I take it you enjoyed your time in hell?
Can we just get on with it, Rita?
In time, but there is one thing I thought you should know before we do this.
And just what is that?
Cindy there was working for me from the beginning. Just thought you should know.
Charlotte, save it for Rita and her minions.
Come my minions, deal with these pests.
It's morphin time. Magicity spell power.
Sakuya Kumashiro power.
Smurfette power.
Shigo power.
Jessica Rabbit power. We're ready to morph into action, 5 working together to stop the Betty Bunch and win Rita the status of queen lesbian.
Are they being serious?
Does it matter?
That was swell.
Betty, Charlotte, bravo, you are each almost as big of a lesbian as I am.
Alright, I have had just about enough of your rhetoric. Everyone knows that I am the biggest type around.
Rita, I am going to fussy with you, and not in a swell kind of way.
Are you now? Why don't we put that to the test?
Ha 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 ha.
Did she just use her magic to turn gigantic? Any ideas on how to handle this, Betty?
Well, when I went to attack the 50-foot woman, I turned giant by using Divatox's torpedoes. Luckily I still have the 2 of them on me. Let me get them out of the
What? How did you folks get so huge? Well, it doesn't matter, you will not defeat me.
I have had enough of your shit.
My revenge will be oh so sweet. That lost well.
Ouch. Well, so much for the Repulsor Republic's occupation of Bettysberg.
Let's get the Barney Bunch and rest of the Betty Bunch and tell them their new base is ready.
It is so nice to have Bettysberg back under control of the Betty Bunch and rid of that country Repulsor.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but I really don't feel like dwelling here long, so we should continue in our mission.
Of course, it's not like I want you or your goofy faggot Barney Bunch members here either.
Well, whatever.
True, Stu is starting to come to it.
Very well, Ewing, I should be there for it odd.
Oh, what happened?
You were being a dumbass too.
Drew, why you?
Stu, be quiet please.
Oh, you traitor, you are lucky I am bruised and beaten and can't do shit.
Oh, cut it out, Stu. Not joined us, because he learned the truth.
That swell mix killed Delia. Why should I believe you?
Stu, stop being a dumbass for a moment. Todd has nothing to gain from defecting, not to mention, how the fuck could I have even gotten into Swellmix's tower to kill Delia anyway?
Those are some swell points, but I remain unconvinced.
You are far too impulsive, Stu.
Stu, did Delia ever question siding with Swellmix before she died?
Yes, what are you getting at, Odd?
If the Ketchum clan was questioning their loyalty to Swellmix, would it not make sense for Swellmix to not only eliminate the driving force behind that, but reinvigorate the Ketchum clan's hatred towards the Bunches?
I get what you mean, but I am not convinced still.
Oh please, Stu. Now you are just trying to justify falling for Swellmix's lies and getting into a fight with me.
There is also this security camera footage of Swellmix killing Delia.
Well, Stu.
Stu?
Swellmix must pay. I am sorry, Drew.
It's fine. You have always been a bit of a dumbass, but you realize now, better late than never I suppose.
Stu, you are leader of the Ketchum clan now. It's your duty to decide what we do going forward.
The Ketchum clan will officially join the Speakonia Bunches Alliance.
Good to hear. I have already written a speech for you to convince the rest of the Ketchum clan to join us.
Attention members of the Ketchum clan, it is your leader Stu Pickles. As you know recently, my brother Drew Pickles has killed the former leader of the Ketchum clan and my beloved wife Delia Ketchum. This is the story we were all told, but I have received new evidence that it was in fact Swellmix that killed Delia, and framed the Barney Bunch for it. I now ask that remaining Ketchum clan members side with me on Delarabia and the Bunches against Swellstralia. If you have your doubts, if this is real or a plot by the Speakonia Bunches Alliance, Odd is also here with me.
Ask yourselves, has Swellmix actually done anything for foot fetishism? If you still have doubts, I have proof of the murder.
What? Swellmix killed Delia?
Let's go deal with him.
I don't think so. He is powerful and rumored to have guards exclusively loyal to him. We should regroup where Stu and I are.
Fine. Do that if you want. I'm getting more Ketchum clan members to assault the Dialdo Tower.
I hear a huge commotion.
What's going on?
I'm not sure. Wait, who are you?
The Ketchum clan is throwing a revolt. Now is your chance to escape in the chaos.
We need to help the Ketchum clan.
There is no way this little insurrection will succeed. We must leave and meet up with Stu and I, who have allied with the Barney and Betty Bunches.
I'm going to see my daddies. Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay, oh yay.
Thank you for letting us out, but I cannot come with you. I have other things I must attend to. Please take Drew Pickles Jr. back to the Barney Bunch, as well as any other Ketchum clan members willing to go. They will need all the help they can get.
Very well, Drew Pickles Jr., come with me.
I take it you saw Stu's announcement.
Yes.
You witnessed me not up Delia, as well as helped with Project Favor. If you seek to leave inside with the Ketchum clan, now is your last chance.
I am in this too deep already. I will see your plan through to the end.
And what exactly is my plan?
To turn the world asexual, of course.
And you are fine with that in spite of your foot fetishism.
Your vision has a certain appeal.
It seems I made the right choice in selecting you. We should get back to business. Oh, how is the situation?
The Repulsor Republic has fallen, and the Speakonia Bunch's alliance is using Bettysberg as their new base. On top of that, half the Ketchum clan has left Swellstralia and the other half has started an insurrection. Yogi Bear and Negadru are still on our side, but we don't have any armies left.
Don't we?
What?
Is Project Epsilon complete?
It's completed, yes.
Then come with me. We have the only army we need. I give you Project Epsilon.
I thought Project Epsilon was only to make a personal elite guard.
I knew different Speakonia groups couldn't be trusted in the long run, so I had to make my own. Now, if you would, resume work on Project Sigma and Omega. I will join you after requesting my army.
Yes, Emperor Swellmix.
Attention my minions, I have created mutilating in the Serene and Luina. The Ketchum clan has gotten in the way of my plans. Your first task is to shut down their local insurrection. Affirmative, Emperor Swellmix. Yamada, your move punches.
Updates from Swellstralia.
What is it, Velma?
The Ketchum clan has turned against Swellmix. Now they are attempting to overthrow Swellmix, while the other half are on their way to regroup here.
We should get ready to receive them.
I was hoping more would come. Those that stay will not be able to overthrow Swellmix.
What do you mean?
You already know the Dildo Tower is protected, allowing only Swellmix, Inner Circle members, and the highly trusted in, but he also has his own personal troops at his disposal.
What else do you know?
Not much, just what Delia told me. I just know he was working on his own personal guard loyal only to himself.
Well, whatever he is doing, Ketchum clan refugees will be arriving in a day or so. You and Todd should prepare for them.
Much thanks, Betty.
With Leader Repulse eliminated, that only leaves Yogi Bear and Negadru before we can assault Swellmix's tower.
True, but if Swellmix has created an army, this war will quickly turn to a large-scale one again, so not only do we have to worry about that, but also a bunch of Ketchum clan refugees in their way.
How do you want to handle this, Betty? I personally would like to take out Negadru and Yogi Bear and rush Swellmix's tower to win this.
I would like to integrate the Ketchum clan to the alliance before we do anything further. I have a feeling Swellmix's army will not stay in Swellstralia, and we will need a unified force to resist it. Why don't we dedicate a select few of the Swellest members to carry out precision strikes against Negadru and Yogi Bear, while the rest prepares to deal with the Swellstralian army?
That sounds acceptable.